Good evening, because somewhere around the world, it's that time. We got some news I wanted to get into this morning. I know usually I do not do a Sunday show, but I'm planning on having Brandon Tatum on the show later on today. Hopefully, we had a time schedule lapse yesterday. So the 10 is we had a time lapse schedule yesterday. So what we'll try to do is we'll try to have a little earlier show than normal of what we normally have. But at the same time, we're going to still try to make sure that it's that Rick James special. We got some news we're going to break into. Before we break into that, we're going to get into this. Please do remember that the New Right Party channel and the New Red Party show is sponsored by patriots like you. And as long as you're sending these donations, it allows me to create the content that will continue to make these motherfuckers sick. As you were.
He's on fire! First is the family and my family entertainment and his team, no sleep. Flossy high and yeah, we made it. The haters keep on hating on the songs that we be making, and I heard they want my soul. Illuminati wanna take it. First is the family and my family entertainment and his team, no sleep. Flossy high and yeah, we made it. The haters keep on hating on the songs that we be making, and I heard they want my soul. Illuminati wanna take it.
CEO, bullshit, paying for the pussy, I endorse it, riding through the city, that's my all.
I hate when this shit does that. So, shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the fucking building. We got some news we're going to break down and critique today. And we're also going to talk about the bullshit with the Proud Boys that happened in New York City. New York, Homo Cuomo is calling the Proud Boys white supremacists. But we are not white supremacists, because if that's the case, then I wouldn't be a member of the Proud Boys. I would have never received a patch. and no one would never take me serious. So that's the farthest from the truth. What is true is that people acting as Antifa and using this lawlessness that these bastards let's see. Using the lawlessness that these bastards love to run around and fuck up shit, I think they just indulged in it. You had Antifa members robbing people outside. Robbing people. Let me play this real quick so we can get this brother's story. Okay, y'all ready? Let's play it.
Absolutely insane what I just seen on the Channel 7 news. Listen, I'm going to clarify now. There was 2 fights, okay? Antifa tried to attack Gavin as he was leaving the event, and the Proud Boys just defended themselves.
And that's the Gavin 2000.
That's the fight that's all over the news. That's the fight that's all over Huffington Post. That fight had nothing to do with me. I wasn't even there. The other fight, where the people got arrested, that I'm going to show the clip now that we're talking about, those 3 people were Antifa members. And those 3 people were the ones that attacked me. Okay? I have gotten nothing. They didn't say anything about Antifa. And you're going to see now in the next clip, the mayor of New York tried to blame the Proud Boys like it's their fault. When Antifa, I have proof that they attacked me. It's nuts. I just witnessed fake news right in front of my face. I'm going to show you now in the next clip. It's absolutely insane what I...
In the middle of the night. In one incident, police arrested 3 men, charging them with assault and robbery.
Those are the guys that robbed me. But why are they talking about the Proud Boys?
Here's a message from a Queens
that guy who walked on the phone, the district attorney.
Yeah, I talked to him. He's real. Yeah.
The mayor he is never welcome in NYC.
This is insane.
Whether they threw punches or incited violence to the fullest extent of the law. Councilman Rory Lansman tweeted, "It is revolting to see white supremacists commit a
what? And the sad shit is, they get to say all of this shit about the Proud Boys, and then once the investigation is done, and it's shown that the Proud Boys was there and actually stopped an assault and interceded in someone being assaulted, and when it comes out that this man was robbed and assaulted, they won't get an apology. The news will not retract this story. Governor Homo Cuomo will still be the piece of shit that he is in New York. After Turning Point USA, I will be using some resources to get into the inner cities. I will be getting up some of my good old homies. And we're going to start us a black chapter of the Proud Boys. And I'm going to take some big, bad black motherfuckers around this country with me. And we're going to be fucking up a lot of Antifa people stepping out of line. I could see at this point in time, like, it's just getting to the point where if blacks don't step up and start helping their white brothers out here against these white dumbasses and the occasional pocket trap nigga that they have with them, then we're going to have some serious problems, people. All jokes aside, we're going to have some serious problems, people. These Antifa people only do that shit to people they know they could do it to and get away with, too. A lot of these brothers that are doing these speeches, you need to get next to like-minded black brothers as well, man. Because it doesn't mean that blacks are tougher than you, bro. It's not what I'm trying to get at either. So no one in the chat take that and think that. What I'm trying to put out there is that if there's more blacks in the Proud Boys and within the group, it makes it more difficult for the media to call you white supremacists.
Oh my God.
Full view of the NYPD and for none of them to be arrested or prosecuted. Police say they are reviewing video and would make other arrests as warranted. Reporting from the Upper East Side, Tim Fleischer, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
In the middle of the night.
In one incident, police arrested.
All right, so we got to touch on that. Let me break into some fucking news, man. Yeah, I didn't even see the whole shit. That's crazy. I thought I had that shit on the screen just now. Let me bring it back up. I'm all over the place this morning. Let me me see, did I clear it already? Let me see. I'm going to play it again because I didn't realize that I didn't see it on the screen. So I just want this to pop up real quick so y'all can see the brother. This is one of my partners on Instagram, honey.badger.nation. You can feel free to go follow her and support her. She's definitely a real patriot.
Absolutely insane what I just seen on the Channel 7 news. Listen, I'm going to clarify now. There was 2 fights, okay? Antifa tried to attack Gavin as he was leaving the event, and the Proud Boys just defended themselves. Then, that's the fight that's all over the news. That's the fight that's all over Huffington Post. That fight had nothing to do with me. I wasn't even there. The other fight, where the people got arrested, that I'm going to show the clip now that we were talking about, those 3 people were Antifa members. And those 3 people were the ones that attacked me.
And robbed them.
Okay?
Listen.
In the middle of the night.
In one incident, police arrested 3 men, charging them with assault and robbery.
Those are the guys that robbed me. But why are they talking about the Proud Boys?
Here's a message from a Queens
That guy who walked on the phone, Mr. Attorney?
Yeah, I talked to him. He's real. Yeah.
The mayor tweeted, he is never welcome in NYC.
This is insane.
Whether they threw punches or incited violence to the fullest extent of the law.
See, Governor Homo Cuomo get to pull shit like that because it fits his agenda.
If he does not provide them with an on-the-record interview about reports he offered to her.
Let's get into some critiquing of this news.
Good Sunday morning. Could Republican House lawmakers subpoena Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein if he does not provide them with an on-the-record interview about reports?
If he doesn't respond to them with an on-the-record, yo, man. Sometimes I feel like even Republican politicians are just doing shit to save face. Because it's like, you know these motherfuckers are doing it. And I guess to like appease Americans, you act as if you're concerned, so you're going to ask him questions. But asking him questions have nothing to do with taking action against the motherfucker for doing the shit that he did. This is what I don't understand. You ask questions, he gets to come to you, and on the record, he gets to lie to your face, and then you can't prove it or do nothing about it. And then nothing happens to him. This is the thing I don't understand. Yeah, we need better politicians, period, man. I'm tired of hearing Republicans asking questions, exposing what these cocksuckers are doing, and then doing absolutely nothing about it after they expose these cocksuckers for doing the shit that they're doing. These Republican leaders are not helping the president like they're supposed to be, man. There should be more pressure on these motherfuckers for all the information, all the everything that's supposed to have been released by Trump hasn't been. They have been putting no pressure on these people. Instead, they've been following the Democrats around, partying with the Democrats when it comes to stupid ass stories that have nothing to do with this fucking country. Not a fucking thing. Not one thing. True say, I feel like, when I say true say, that means that I really mean this. I feel like Donald Trump has everything that you've seen him do, all the accomplishments that you've seen him do, he's only done it with like 30 to 45% of Republicans helping him and getting involved. Look, Lindsey Graham was not a Trump supporter. It wasn't until his friend, Judge Kavanaugh, was under attack that he decided to stand up and then become this man of righteous speech. A lot of these motherfuckers are hating Trump, man. And it's like they got to go along with the bandwagon, because if they don't, then they're going to lose their spot and they expose their hand as well. We got to be vigilant in these motherfuckers, man. Nothing is happening to any one of these individuals that they are questioning, man. None of them. The feds locked my ass up because somebody said I was selling drugs. Somebody told on me and said I was selling drugs. This nigga was a drug dealer that told on me. He wasn't an FBI agent. He wasn't none of that shit. Nothing whatsoever. Just a regular Joe Schmo. So if a regular Joe Schmo can have another regular Joe Schmo locked up, why is it that the feds aren't locking up the people that was working for the feds that was trying to destroy the election? It's a crime. It's a crime to tamper with the United States elections. It's actually a treasonous act. Yet we had FBI agents doing it and no one's in jail. If I commit a crime, they're going to lock my black ass up as fast as they can. These motherfuckers are in charge of intelligence, and they're using the intelligence to try to frame Americans. And these motherfuckers are still free.
He offered to wear a wire during meetings with President Trump. Well, the campaigner-in-chief makes the case for the GOP this midterm election, and U.S. diplomatic tensions with Turkey ease while intensifying with Saudi Arabia. Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Maria Bartiromo. Welcome to Sunday Morning Futures. It is a big week ahead for House lawmakers looking for answers after Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein decides not to testify to Congress about reports he planned to spy on the president. Rosenstein adamantly denies the claims, but not everybody is convinced. We talk with House Judiciary.
He gets to deny the claims. This rat face, Stuart Little in the face fucker gets to sit there and continue to be the snarling evil devil that he is. And what makes me even more infuriated is that the Republicans know what he is. And they're either too afraid to do something about all of these devils that are in this government. They're involved with these devils that's trying to take over the government. Or they're trying to tell us about these devils that's trying to take over the government, but they're not doing enough to just outright expose their ass. La Pensulu. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for that donation, man. It's appreciated. LA is appreciated.
Committee members Jim Jordan and John Ratcliffe coming up. And the next steps to probing the DOJ and FBI actions in the run-up to the 2016 presidential election. Meanwhile, President Trump fires up the base during a rally in Kentucky last night. House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy will join me talking about the state of play for keeping that chamber in Republican hands come November, as well as his bill that he just introduced to fully fund the border wall. Plus, the release of Pastor Andrew Brunson by Turkey may have strains with that NATO ally, but now cracks emerge with Saudi Arabia after a Washington Post columnist disappears and is presumed dead. All those stories and a lot more this morning, right now, as we look ahead on Sunday Morning Futures.
The Washington Post has had some choice words for Donald Trump. And this shows you how dedicated that this man is to this country, because a lot of people could have just said, fuck him in the bigger scheme of things and don't give him any light, don't talk about it at all, and I'm not going to do anything about it at all. But Trump still said, I'll drop sanctions on that ass. Something's going to have to happen. You can't go around just killing motherfuckers that are American nationals, American citizens, or residents of America, legal residents. Because once you become a part of this family, you got protection. Once you become a part of the United States of America, you have protection. I don't even know. I don't think I'm getting the Patreons. I've never received anything from them. They probably send the money back to you. I think they send the money back to y'all, to people that donated or donated to the Patreon or whatever. They're probably sending the money back to you. I'm not asking you to go to a Patreon and send me a Patreon. I've already said to you that the GoFundMe is what's paying me the money when they're supposed to. No one else is paying me the money when they're supposed to. If something's going on with PayPal, then PayPal doesn't pay you money. PayPal gives you the right to spend PayPal cash online. I'm not an online shopper, and I spend this money to either buy shit for the show or to travel for the show. PayPal doesn't allow me to buy plane tickets. You can't buy plane tickets with PayPal. The shit doesn't allow you to do it. PayPal doesn't give you the money. And when they want to give you the money to your account, it takes up to a fucking month for them to put that shit in there. I don't deal with PayPal like that either. I gave you the sources. If anyone wants to help me, you can help me. I have never received a dime from YouTube. Never. As long as we are on our 90th episode right now, I have never received a one dime from YouTube. YouTube has never allocated anything that anyone has donated to YouTube. And YouTube, it takes 30% of what you just gave. So out of the $10, I'll be seeing a little less than $7. The GoFundMe is the only thing that is paying out. If you really want to help me and donate to me, this super chat doesn't help me at all. The $10 in the GoFundMe helps more than in the super chat. I would prefer no one use the super chat at all. The only reason why I even kept it up still is so YouTube can believe that I'm still a partner with them, because I really want to remove the super chat from off of this. They're monetizing my videos, and some they're stopping. They don't want to monetize, and they're telling me about copyrights and shit like that when I have a fair use cause up already. Nothing never plays on this show outright without me just speaking on top of it. So if I'm speaking on top of it, there cannot be a copyright infringement if I'm talking on top of what you are hearing. Then you're not hearing the copyright version, you're hearing a distorted one. These people do not want me to take these funds to use them for the show. Every time you've seen me travel, every time you've seen me at the Trump or any hotel, it did not come from anyone off of YouTube. It came out of me and Shannon's pocket. YouTube does not give me the money that you are trying to help me have. And if you really want to help me, you will stop using YouTube to send money and you will just go to the GoFundMe. I've asked that you first try to donate your money to the Angel Moms. Her link is there first and foremost. That's who I'm asking that you prioritize as far as giving your donations to. I feel as if she needs our help more than anything. Then if you can after that and you want to donate to me, there are 2 GoFundMes down there that are mine. 2 are mine. I was going to use this money from YouTube and send it to my daughter, so my daughter and my son can have money. I got to send my daughter $200. I can't even take the shit off of YouTube. There's hundreds of dollars YouTube owe me. They haven't received anything from them. So if you're donating money to YouTube, you're just giving YouTube money, and YouTube is not giving me anything on my back end.
House Judiciary Chairman Bob Goodlatte now threatening to subpoena Deputy Attorney General.
The brother yesterday, he donated $100, 50 once and 50 twice. But I be telling y'all, when y'all get on this show, do not do that. And I didn't want to say it last night and just come off and tell them don't do it or take your money back, because you can't take your money back. But I tell you, keep your donations under $20. I always say that on the show. Do not donate more than $20 if you're donating on YouTube. I ask, don't fucking donate on YouTube. I'm kind of getting pissed off because these motherfuckers do not give me nothing at all. And all they do is try to get in here and fuck up my feed. I'm getting upset that y'all keep giving these motherfuckers money for doing this shit to me. Stop donating to YouTube. Don't go on the super chat. Do not give them any money whatsoever. Go to my GoFundMe.
Rod Rosenstein. This as Republicans push.
It's like, yo, I'm fucking sitting here and watching a bunch of fucking money in my face. There's a lot of money in YouTube right now. A lot of fucking money, man. And I'm sitting here watching this shit, and I can use every fucking bit of it, and I can't touch it. I can't do fucking nothing about it. Stop fucking donating to YouTube.
For answers on whether Rosenstein was serious when he reportedly floated the idea of secretly recording President Trump. We have 2 members of the Judiciary Committee on the program this morning. Texas Congressman John Ratcliffe, a short time ago. He will be joining us momentarily. Right now, my first guest, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan, is joining me. He also sits on the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, and he is a member of the House Freedom Caucus. Congressman, it's good to have you on the program this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
You bet. Good to be with you this morning.
I know you have a big week ahead in terms of testimonies. You've got Glenn Simpson was expected on Tuesday. Then on Thursday, James Baker. Friday, Nellie Orr. Let's talk first about Rod Rosenstein. He was supposed to meet with Congress.
I'm going to enact the super chat. Do not donate more than $20 on YouTube. Do not donate more than $20 on YouTube. No other fucking YouTuber up here you see relying on fucking YouTube money. Everyone else has their own link set up for you to donate. If you want to donate and you can't do GoFundMe or whatever, that's cool, and you can only do YouTube. Do not do over $20. You're not helping me if you're doing that. You're doing a disservice to me and to you if you're donating more than $20 via YouTube. Do not do it. They're not giving me my money. YouTube does not pay you. It doesn't make you rich. The drug game gave me a start. What the fuck?
What happened?
It didn't show up. Look, when you're the guy who in reality is running the Justice Department and the chairman of the committee that has jurisdiction over your agency asks you to come, you are obligated to come, and you're obligated to come and testify under oath. He didn't do that. So if it takes a subpoena, that's exactly what should happen. We need him to answer questions about all kinds of issues associated with the Trump-Russia investigation, but specifically the statement that's alleged that he said, where he talked about actually recording the commander-in-chief of our great country, and he talked about the 25th Amendment. That's specifically what I want to ask him about.
Now he said that he was saying it sarcastically, that it was a joke, but since he said that he didn't really...
What I'm going to do is I'm going to post up an email to a Chase Quick Pay, and I'm going to post a Cash App. So if y'all want to start after today, tomorrow, starting tomorrow, I will only have 2 GoFundMes up there. I will not have any PayPals. I won't have any Patreon. I'm not going to have none of that dumb shit that's allowing people to take money from me and not give me fucking money. All right? So what we're going to have is the 2 GoFundMes, Chase Quick Pay, and we're going to have Cash App. If you really want to help, this is how it's going to happen. This is how I'm going to be able to get up, get to these universities, and start speaking, people. I have a lot of things planned up. I'm going to be on CRTV this coming month too, aside from being at the White House and doing prison reform. I am not going to be the guy that will allow himself to be so consumed with the projects around him that he forgets the individuals that help make it possible. I don't want to come in here and just not interact with you guys and not let you guys understand that I fucking love you, because a lot of people just jump in here and they just demand money from you, man. I've never got in here and done that. I've always come in here and I've always tried to just bring you the truth because I've been getting it on my own. But shit, I do take help. I'm a human being. I'm a man first. I will not deny anyone trying to help me. But if you're going to try to help me, then you're going to have to do it the right way, because these people are not trying to help me, man. I'm literally, I had to spend money, and I have someone helping me now with this website so we can get up under the bootstrap of fucking YouTube on my fucking neck.
They mean that in a serious way. We've heard from a number of people. Kim Strassel from the Wall Street Journal did an op-ed on this.
I wouldn't mind him as House Speaker either. Anyone aside from that piece of shit, Paul Ryan.
Well, you've got John Solomon from The Hill. And in John Solomon's op-ed, which was posted last week, he writes this, that basically this was the plan. He joined me last week on Fox Business Network on the morning program, Mornings with Maria. Here's what he told us.
There are 3 separate FBI agents, McCabe, Lisa Page, and James Baker, the former FBI counsel, all who say this was a serious plot. This was not a joke. There was a real discussion in May, right after Comey was fired, about possibly taking out the president by recording him and then going to the cabinet, invoking the 25th Amendment. Just think how extraordinary that is. That's a political solution, and you've got the Justice Department and FBI who are not supposed to be in.
And then they got this piece of shit, Stuart Little, in the face-ass motherfucker. Yo, these people are evil. These people are evil, and they are responsible for Americans dying. They're responsible for Americans suffering. These motherfuckers literally in front of your face tried to set up the president of the United States, who's a walking and breathing fucking constitution. The president, no matter who the fuck he is, when he is in office, he is the living, breathing interpretation of the fucking Constitution of these United States of America. We live in a republic because the democracy means that you are going to end up in a dictatorship. You need to do your fucking history when you start talking. You need to understand what it is that you are saying. Everybody is going against the president. You have the CIA, who we all know was started by fucking Nazis in the first place. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. There's some good people that work there, but we know about the Harrimans. We know about how it started. We're not stupid. We're well aware how the CIA started with Prescott Bush and other Nazi friends of his. It was a way to circumvent the work of the FBI, who at the time was fucked up too, but at least the FBI really gave a fuck about keeping this country intact. Hoover could have hated blacks, could have wore dresses, could have did all the underhanded shit that Hoover wanted to do, but Hoover did not sell out this fucking country. These motherfuckers had Trump's phone tapped and sent spies into his campaign before he even became president. There is no way in the world, with all of this time of being investigated, the FBI wouldn't have found something on Donald Trump. They would have been found it.
Involved in politics, having the discussion, joke or no joke, it's a serious matter, and it's a sort of an infringement of what the Justice Department and the FBI are supposed to do. I would expect Chairman Gowdy and lawmakers like Mark Meadows, Jim Jordan, possibly to issue a subpoena to force this issue with Rosenstein as early as today or early next week. I think that's a second thing to watch in addition to the contempt filing that we should see.
Congressman, your take.
No, exactly. He's got to come in and answer questions. Who else may have been in that room? I will tell you this, Maria. When Jim Baker was in his deposition 2 weeks ago and was asked about this, he was as serious as you could be in describing what he understood took place in that meeting between Andrew McCabe and Rod Rosenstein, where Mr. Rosenstein talked about actually recording the President of the United States. So he needs to come.
I put the super chat up. So anytime y'all want to do a donation, make sure it's through the super chat and make sure that it's under $20. And when you do a super chat at night, when it's up, I will be responding to all super chats. This way I can keep the super chats up and I can see the donations. Because sometimes when you're donating, the feed passes so much and it will pass off who actually did the donation. So for those who wants to do a donation under $20, you can do the super chat. And that's how I'll answer people at night when it's really, really crowded and I can't really get to see everything that's going on in the chat.
Come in and answer our questions.
Unless you're a moderator. If you're a moderator and you tag my name, I'll be up on it to see what you're saying.
And like I said, if it takes a subpoena.
Welcome to Wistia. We make video software for the video-loving business.
That's exactly what should be issued.
So you were in the deposition with James Baker, the first one, and you're going to be with him this upcoming Thursday. What do you want to get from James Baker this week?
Well, first of all, remember who this is. This is the FBI chief counsel. All kinds of things flow through him. So when he says that he believed Rod Rosenstein was serious about this alleged statement about recording the president, you got to take that with the weight that it comes with because it's the FBI chief counsel. So we're going to ask him more about that. Our previous deposition was cut off early. We ran out of time, so we need him back in there where we're going to ask more about that specific meeting that took place, and then his conversations with people who were in that meeting, how those went, and who all he talked to. So all those things need to be asked.
Well, it's interesting because you've spoken with him already, and then we know that he also met with the lawyer from the Democrat.
Welcome to the Ben Shapiro Election Special. Thank you for joining me again tonight as we break down this historic.
I'm Laura Ingraham, and this is the Ingraham Angle in Washington tonight. The last 24 hours have revealed so much about the left's clubhouse. No divergent ideas are allowed, and sometimes they're pretty big.
I'm Chris Wallace. The stock market takes a big hit, and President Trump blames it on the Federal Reserve raising interest rates.
I think the Fed has gone crazy.
We'll discuss the sell-off.
Do you see that? The Fed is trying to destroy the economy now in front of your very eyes. The reason why I wanted to get in this and break this down in front of you. The Federal Reserve is not the federal government. The Federal Reserve is about as federal as this fucking lighter. It's a group of private bankers, and the only thing they can do to destroy the economy is to raise the interest rates on what it is that we already owe the World Bank. This removes some of the gains that we achieved as a country. People, be vigilant of what's happening in front of you, man. These people are trying to destroy our country in front of our face. And they're trying to use our good deeds and the things that we're doing right against us so they can continue to just keep raising the basketball hoop. They keep furthering the goalposts. Because now that you caught up, and now that you halfway down the field, they can't have that. Every time this country has had financial prosperity, a Republican was in office. The Fed was brought in by a Democrat. Well, listen, people, man.
And the state of the economy with the president's top White House economic advisor, Larry Kudlow. Then,
our message to China's rulers is this: this president will not back down.
The administration takes a hard line against a China that's on the march. Are the U.S. and China now engaged in a new Cold War? We'll discuss the growing tensions with China's ambassador to the U.S., Sui Tiankai, only on Fox News Sunday. Plus,
if he don't look good,
we are at the brink of civil war while other countries are trying to pick us apart. And the Democrats wouldn't even have you united so you can have a guaranteed existence. People, these people are very short-sighted, very near-minded. They never plan. There's a plan, definitely. There's a plan in place. And to meet this goal that these globalists have, they'll wait another 100 years if they have to. They don't want to. They've never wanted to wait this long. Human intervention has always stepped in and interceded in a full-fledged takeover of the world. These individuals have a goal, and the goal is to destroy the nation. The ones that's at the very bottom, they don't understand that. Like I told you before about parasites. Parasites live plentiful until they destroy the host, and then the parasite dies with the host. Most of these politicians won't be able to escape the mob that will be chasing them down the street. There will be pure chaos in this country. Things that you own, things that you love, will start to disappear in front of your very fucking eyes. You will look up and the money that you thought meant something to you will be worth absolutely nothing. Go find some Nazi Germany money. Go to Germany right now and try to spend it with Hitler's face on that note. There's too many movies out there that shows you that money at some point won't matter. They're doing this shit for a reason, so you become numb to the fact that they're destroying your country in front of your fucking face. What part of China's seaports does the U.S. own? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. Let me see if somebody in the chat can tell me. I can tell you right now. None. The United States government, the people, us, we, us, you and I, we don't own none of the ports in China. But China owns one of our ports. China has been stealing U.S. technology, and they have been tricking the world into believing that they are innovators of technology, when in all actuality, they are fucking pirates of technology. They steal cell phone designs, computer designs, everything you can think of. It's crazy that Apple uses China to manufacture their goods, and China sells bootleg MacBooks and bootleg iPhones. I went to a pawn shop yesterday, and we went in there looking at guns. And the dude in there asked me, and had the nerve to, he looked at my neck. He didn't ask me if that was real. Didn't ask that at all. He looked at my neck, he saw that chunky shit, and he didn't ask. He was silent. He looked at my watch, and he said, I'm a watch guy, funny guy, right? He was funny. He said, I'm a watch guy. What kind of watch is that? So I showed him. And then he said, is it real? And I said, it's funny. You would have to ask that. And the reason why I said that was, how can you claim to be a watch guy and can't look at a watch and tell us if authentic or not? So I said, I'll humor you. I took the watch off. And I gave him the watch to inspect it. And he handed it back. And what did he say, Shannon? That's a beautiful watch. Yeah. So that's a beautiful watch. Why am I getting to the point of this? Why the fuck did the man think my watch was fake? Colorado is a liberal state. There's some conservatives here, but the towns are too and few. We weren't in our town. We were south. We were in a more liberal area. The idea of this black man walking in there with a solid gold Rolex on his fucking wrist seemed preposterous to that fucking white liberal man behind that fucking counter, people. He looked at me as if he discovered a new nigga. Yo, man, I can't, man. Yo, he thought he discovered a new nigga. But he asked me that, and then he said, have you seen the knockoffs? And I said, I've seen them. I'm from New York. I know what they look like. I know what Canal Street looked like. And he said, some of them you can't tell unless it's by their real serial numbers. They have watches that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars that the Chinese people are replicating and taking that money from. Why is it that I have a problem with China stealing Rolex's property? Whenever you buy a Rolex, that money, 90% of it, is attributed to charities for children. All of them are for children. Not for any adult. Children. Now, if China bootlegged everything else in this fucking world, but except for things that directly affected children, and this is not just children in the U.S., it's children all over the world that money is donated to. That money has to go there. Whenever someone sells a Rolex and they're a reputable Rolex dealer, that money is going to children. The idea to climb to the top, with all due respect, I respect China's sovereignty. I respect them wanting to be a strong world leader and wanting to be capable of defending itself from any threat, even if it is a rogue United States government. But I don't want them to have the capabilities of coming into my government and crushing my government, because my government is backdoor selling me out to the Chinese. I don't want the Chinese government taking money away from the American people, knowing that it's taking money from the American people, and then still give China my business, knowing that China is doing this to me. Because if he's doing it to you, he's doing it to me. When we deal in world trade and world commerce, we are all one. We are all the same. There is no difference. Everyone feels the effects. That's why sanctions hurt the most on countries.
We don't look good. This is our president.
We'll ask our Sunday panel what they make of Kanye's visit to the Oval Office. And our power play.
This is how Fox goes wrong. On that panel, none of those people that he just showed you knew Kanye West. Candace Owens is literally a phone call away. There's nothing to pull your laptop up and take the Skype call and do it so you can have the satellite feed. Shit, Charlie is more capable of discussing Kanye West's intentions and his interpretation of the meeting than Karl Rove. Republicans need to understand that in order to push the Republican Party forward, you have to have new blood. The five at Fox, great group of people. Tucker Carlson, great guy. Sean Hannity, great guy. And Sean Hannity is pushing age, but he's still more in touch with understanding how certain things should be delivered. We're not even going to listen to Karl Rove when I'm talking about Kanye West, because with all due respect, I do respect them. I can't listen to what it is that they have to say about Kanye West. I think Fox 5 need to have some, they had Herschel Walker up there. I think they need to have more real black leaders up there giving their opinion on it, because black America needs to understand what selling out is, and they're not going to want to hear it from Karl Rove. Someone making real headway in the African American community is Candace. Shit, he could have had Diamond and Silk on here. He could have had Diamond and Silk on here. Let's listen to my guy right here for a little bit. Let me see. This was that was Friday. We're on Sunday now. I think we kind of pretty much wrapped that up. Here's another thing I want to talk about too with you people. As Americans, we need to start supporting boxers that are Americans. All right? It's important that we do that, because when a boxer is American, they represent your country. And we have some great boxers out there that's going overseas, coming back home, taking belts and keeping them. All right? Sum this up. I'm going to break this down. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I just wanted to get in. Tony X, where is Shannon's walk away, please? Shannon's walk away. Where's your walk away, Shannon? Or what's his website?
You go to YouTube, go to the Walkaway fan site. Just put in Walkaway fan site. And search by most popular.
She's the most popular Walkaway on the Walkaway website. Go to YouTube, type in Walkaway. What is it? Walkaway group.
Walkaway fan site.
Walkaway fan site.
That's the official fan site.
That's the official fan site for to find her.
Well, what if I should put it on Instagram?
Why not? And thank you, Live Free or Die. Thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I did my Walkaway. I did my Walkaway on my own channel. I wasn't gonna put my Walkaway on somebody else's. I wasn't gonna do that. But we can find it right now. We can find Shannon's right now. We could look it up. Let me see. As soon as you type in walk, you go right there to it. And she should be the most popular person. Let's see. Here she go. I don't know why they got her so far at the bottom. The only person in here, aside from her, that has more than me is the founder of this fan page, and they got him above her at 370,000 views. But Shannon has 482,000 views. As you can see, it was red because I was watching.
Once upon a time, I was a liberal.
I didn't want that. I went and tagged on her, and you seen what just happened? It went to his video. That's crazy.
Democrats have become the party of open borders, crime, and abolishing our brave men and women.
I touched your picture, and it went to his video. You heard me?
Yeah.
Let me try that again. Let me make sure that wasn't a fluke. Hey, buddy. Let me see. Oh, no, I went to you now. Maybe that was just a glitch.
Hi, everyone. I'm a little nervous. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to explain why I have decided not to vote for Democrats, probably ever again. I am an independent voter. I'm unaffiliated, not part of any party, and I feel like I am the demographic that the Democrats should be trying to get, but it seems like they're only trying to go for their radical base. I am not a feminist, and it just seems like if you're not a feminist, the Democrats don't really seem to be talking to you. They just kind of seem to be regurgitating feminist points that I'm just not interested in. So I am embarrassed to say this, but I was watching CNN and MSNBC during the election, and not that it's okay to insult President Trump, because I don't agree with that either, but what really caught my eye was when it was just this relentless attack on Trump supporters, calling them racists, everything. Racist, xenophobic, transphobic, bigots, just pretty much just calling them stupid, just with these relentless insults. And I was looking at the TV and I was seeing his rallies. There were so many people there. And so eventually I just felt they were being so abusive to these, to Trump supporters. So I decided one day that I was going to go on my phone to try to, get to know Trump supporters. Know why they support him. Because I just couldn't believe it. These thousands, millions of people were like pretty much what the media was telling me were the worst people in the world. I just thought there's no way that could be true. So then I went online and I just was so angry when I looked at thousands and thousands of hours of just different Trump supporters and saying why they specifically decided to vote for him, because all of them have their different reasons. And they were such nice people. They were smart. They were kind. They were loving. They were extremely well informed. And they were actually making arguments. They weren't just name calling. Because, newsflash to a lot of people, Name calling is not an argument. Calling somebody racist and bigots, it's not an argument. It makes me sad that clearly college is failing us, because I have my doctorate. So I'm a college educated person, and I'm embarrassed to be right now, because for some reason a lot of college educated people think name calling is some sort of argument, and it's going to get people on your side just because you're screaming racist every 5 minutes. So to be honest with you, I saw, and I was so angry at how much I was lied to by the media, because the Trump supporters were not anything like what they told me they were. So then I went down the rabbit hole, and I started finding out how much they've lied to me my whole life, how much the media has lied to me my whole life. And I know people think I'm silly because they probably have known this for a long time. Unfortunately, I have my doctorate, but you can be intelligent but not wise. So I realized, I had a very humble experience realizing that I was not wise. I got so angry, I cut my cable. I will never watch the mainstream media again. I get my news from independent media.
From me. Her news from me.
And I'm so much smarter than I ever have been, much more awake than I ever have been, and honestly much more free than I ever have been. To Trump supporters, I am so sorry for, even in the smallest way, if I contributed to your abuse, because I do feel like the media verbally abuses you nonstop. I am so sorry for any part I took in that. I may not deserve forgiveness because you guys have been treated so badly, but I hope I can earn it by being better and doing better, and I promise I will be better and I will do better.
She's being better and she's doing a lot better.
I don't think it matters who you vote for. You should never be abused, verbally abused, physically attacked, just because you have a different opinion, or because you voted for Bernie or Hillary or Trump or a third party. This is not how it should be in this country. And, the other thing too is with, illegal immigration, I see these people, more of the radical left, demanding that people treat them.
Well, I love our love story too. If you want to know the truth is, we started off as partners, and then she realized that she couldn't live without me. So then I clubbed her. So then I clubbed her over the head with my club, and I dragged her in my cave, and we lived happily ever after. No, seriously. We if it wasn't for Trump being the president, we wouldn't have met each other. We wouldn't have had a common goal, and we wouldn't have fell in love with one another. So I'm gonna make sure I tell the president that it's appreciated.
With kindness, compassion, and grace. You need to start doing that to your own American citizens, because you are not treating your American citizens with kindness, compassion, and grace. Because you're not doing that to people that support Trump. You're treating them like garbage. So don't demand that people treat illegal immigrants with kindness until you can start doing that to your American citizens. That's my thoughts on that. And makes me sick that these people are demanding that when they're so abusive to their own people. I'm just very sorry.
That was a cat you heard in the background.
And I hope that this platform can bring freedom to people to talk to who they want, to vote for who they want, without people unfriending them, their family, cutting them off. This is not how this should be. People are allowed to have their different opinions without being called every name in the book. So for that reason, just the way the Trump supporters have been treated, and I didn't vote for Trump, so I don't put people.
I voted for Trump. All right. So in her defense, she's with me, and I voted for Trump.
Think that just saying I didn't vote for him. I am very pleased with how he's doing. I'm very, very pleased and surprised with how well he's doing. So I will say that I do respect our president. I've respected every president. I wasn't a fan of Obama. I didn't vote for Obama either time because I'm from Illinois and he was a senator from Illinois. So for me, that was a big problem because I know how corrupt Illinois is. So right away I had an issue with him. So, but I always respected him, always, because he was the president. So until, and I hate even saying until the Democrats can do better, I don't think I can forgive them for the Russia conspiracy, for how they treated Trump supporters, fellow American citizens. I can't forgive them for this. So for that reason alone, this independent voter will never vote Democrat again. And I don't think they care about me. I don't think they care about what I have to say. But, you know, I think they're losing a lot of voters, and it's a shame that they could care less about any of us. But I know that we care about us, and this community seems very loving. And I hope that everybody can, you know, feel like they're being supported no matter who you like, no matter who you vote for. And that's what I hope this community can bring us. I wish all of you the best of luck. And I look forward to getting to knowing you more and hearing more of your testimonials. Bye.
Okay, so that's... Let me explain to you the difference between both of us. I don't know if some of you seen my walk away as well. I'm going to show you the different contrast between the both of us. My baby was all sweet, nice. And you know what? I had some idiot saying to me that I was in a bathroom. Like there's people in the comments saying that get out the bathroom, stupid, and dumb shit like that. And I'm just sitting there looking at them like you're fucking complete idiots.
Do not eat another salad or drink another green juice until you see this. Can you tell me what's wrong?
Why did I decide to walk away from the Democratic Party? I was raised in a Democratic household in New York City, predominantly every African American here. It's not a bathroom. How the fuck is that a bathroom? How could you not see that that's not a fucking bathroom? That's a fucking Japanese shade up, the separator, divider. It's a painting on the wall, a multicolored painting of a lion. There's a fucking socket right behind me. People, man. You think because the towel is on the wall that that's a bathroom? It's a fucking tattoo shop, you idiot. It's a Democrat, and I'm not lying. This is a blue state. I wanted to come before you today just to dump my truth and tell you why someone that's who's in it now, the introduction to charter schools are here. Period. They took away 6 years of my life for something that I never did again. Never. I'm all polite, and I'm going to fix my voice, and I'm going to articulate myself to the best of my ability. No, fuck that. I'm going to tell you that I'm fucking fed up, and I'm tired. I'm tired of the lies, and I'm tired of the games. This guy's in office right now, Donald Trump. I'm sorry, President Trump. President Trump is in office right now. And instead of all these fucking... And the crazy shit is, the first time I've ever voted in my life for president, right hand of God, I swear on my father's grave, was for Donald Trump. I have never cast any other vote, any other time, ever in my life. I've never believed in the system. I hated the liberals. I wasn't rich enough to be a conservative. At the time, at least that's how I felt. This is what I mean about what the conservative movement needs. Because poor people feel as if they can't be conservative. Because to be conservative, you would have to be rich. It seems you would have to be rich. But that's not the truth. The Democrats has portrayed these people as people that you need to be rich in order to be conservative, and it's the farthest from the truth. You need to care about God, country, and family. Or God, family, and country. To me, country and family goes hand in hand. Can't have a family without a country. Democrats and fucked up, man. Because there's good people on that side that don't want to have to deal with white guilt. That don't want to feel guilty because they got to fuck up every fucking day and bust their ass. Nope. Because they get up every day and they provide jobs for other motherfuckers that can get up and bust their ass. So all of these people can take care of their families. If he doesn't like you because of your color, that's on him and that's his right and that's his ignorance. He'll be missing out on some great relationships. But I don't have the time and or the energy to stop to hate that person for something that God has given him the right to have. And I still love him regardless. And I still speak up for his right to be that person. But I don't stand for anyone taking their opinions and trying to physically force it on other people. To create a systematic system of racism, of systemic racism, and then to blame it on Republicans as if it doesn't come from a specific party known as the Democrats. People, protect your children. Get your guns. Love your God. If you're a man, love your woman. If you're a woman, love your man. Protect the ones that are next to you and the closest. Make sure that you protect your neighbors. Turn off the news. Check in for the ones that we know are patriots on Fox. Turn off the television. Turn it off. Go online, use your phone. Start to look at some stuff in and around the areas you are and go visit it. Go visit it. If you got to ride a bike there and get some exercise. Do some things to enjoy life right now, people. Because I do not want you to get so caught up in other people's hatred that you forget that you are winning and that you are in a time of actual economic prosperity. Go out and go buy yourself something nice. You've earned it. We no longer live in the Obama and Bush years. We're in a time where jobs are not promised, they're guaranteed. We're living in a time where we have a man saying he's going to do something and he actually does it. We're in a time where so much adversity has brought so many more of us together that it will only continue to do so. Coal make diamonds. The pressure forces the coal to turn into the stone. We are the diamond in the rough. It's our time. It's on us. We have to get out and we have to vote. And or vote online. The best way to hurt these people is to take away their power. Then watch how completely unhinged they become. And then we get to go lock their asses up. The house of cards will fall. There will be no more investigations and fraudulent bullshit. They don't get to go attack people like you and me and throw away the key and lock us up because they can. No one is talking about the fact that Barack Obama used the IRS to lock people up, to put people in debt. People, be well aware. The media does not talk about the truth. If it wasn't for Fox, you wouldn't hear about these executive orders. Mr. Take Your Life with a Pen. Right now, we have the ability to change everything, our course of history. For either the greatest good it's going to become so it can become even greater, or for the absolute turn of the worst, and we destroy the whole entire planet in doing so. The whole entire world will be lost if the last true free nation is destroyed. If any one of these people want socialism, they can leave here and move to a socialist country. If any one of these people want anarchy, or they can move to a third world nation and die as soon as they land there. It's always the weak white liberals that's saying this shit. No plan, just saying this dumb shit. But if you take them alone by themselves and you put them in harm's way, you will see how quickly they will change their minds. Liberal parents are raising little scumbags that have no appreciation for anything that they have because they are unaware of how these things are actually gained. Because they're given, and when they're given to these individuals, they're given without any lessons. To stop you from being able to beat that kid's ass so you cannot strike fear in this child, and this child won't listen to you. That's the reason why a bunch of people have to have their children on leashes in the street, like animals. Because the kid won't listen, the kid will drop and start screaming and everything. I don't come from that era. My mother would slap the shit out of me inside that grocery store and would look at anybody like, what's the problem? Because he came out my pussy. We tend to lose the idea of what it means to be a true parent. You cannot kill my child and expect to live after you do it, because I'm expecting to die with my child. And if you have that attitude, then you need to have it towards your children's education. Because the development of your child will either be for the embetterment of men or for the destruction of men. Men are made by God to protect women. And any feminist could tell you women can protect themselves. And I'm telling you right now, God made man to protect women. Women are here to nurture the earth and to nurture men and women. Nurturing is the greatest responsibility a human being can be tasked with. And this person is so fragile, it needs protection. As men, you have to go and protect your wives, your mothers, your sisters, your neighbors. We have to stop taking out cell phones and recording females being attacked by men like that shit's cool, because it's not. Keep your cell phone in your back pocket and step in and say, hey, excuse me, I'm sorry, brother, but I got to step in. I can't see you outside, in the face. And, and I don't want to fight you, brother. It's not about that. It's just that, y'all can actually talk about it and have a conversation. If you see him striking her, that's when you need to get up behind him and you need to crack him in the back of his head. That way he stops. If you're small, then you need to pick up something. But the last thing you need to do is grab a cell phone and record an assault in front of you. Make sure you visit the Proud Boys website, the3percenter.com, and make sure you go show support. If you can, choke from behind, that might work. If you're too small, though, it might not. So you might want to pick something up. Go to the3percenters.com. Make sure you go show support to the brothers. That's out there, putting it out on the line for people like you and me to be able to wear our hats and view our love for our president and our country. It's important that we protect the women and the children. And the reason why I keep expressing this to you men, for all shapes, sizes, and color, is because this is who they are targeting. They're turning us to the enemies. And they're targeting these people. They're telling the women that they're empowering them, when in fact they're using them to turn against us. And then they're leaving them by themselves to raise children with this same mentality about us. And then boys stop growing up to wanting to be boys and they want to be girls like they mommy. And then you have more boys that want to be girls than boys that have men to look up to, so they want to be men. We have a responsibility. Let's own up to it. I would say, you know what? But I'm going to say, shame on the other side. They don't care. I mean, it's Sunday. Don't expect me to just keep cursing all the way to the end of the show. I mean, come on, really? Think about it. Like, come on.